Welcome to the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. I'm Allie Rose, certified clinical hypnotherapist and subconscious success coach. I help my clients stop self-sabotage and feel safe to create more wealth, worth, and wellness from within. If you find yourself stuck repeating the same unhelpful patterns in your life, health, business, or relationships, even after all the mindset work, this podcast is for you. Each week, you'll hear deep dives into the hidden beliefs shaping your life and live hypnocoaching sessions where someone shifts a block in real time. Because willpower isn't the problem, your subconscious story is. And when you shift it at the root, everything else begins to change. So let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. Today's episode is a hypnocoaching session about something that sounds really simple on the surface, but it can also be really complicated when you dive a little bit deeper. And that is believing in yourself. And I mean the deeply rooted self-belief that holds you steady when you're about to put your name on something, when you're about to be seen, when you're about to take up a little more space than you're used to. Because a lot of people can be capable, accomplished, even outwardly confident, and still have this quiet internal hesitation that whispers, yeah, but do I really trust myself? Do I really believe in myself? In this session, we follow that hesitation all the way down to the root. We start with conscious conversation, what it looks like in her everyday life, how it shows up, what it's costing her. And then we move into the subconscious, where we meet the part that doesn't believe yet. As always, for privacy and safety, portions of this session have been gently edited, but you'll still hear the full heart of the episode. As you listen, consider, where do you not fully believe in yourself? And what do you think not fully believing in yourself is protecting you from? All right, let's dive in. All right, well, welcome to the podcast. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about this. You named it as a lack of belief that you have in yourself, or maybe not feeling good enough. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So, what happens is that I didn't even realize to what extent I don't actually believe in myself. The weird part is I have self confidence, but I was told by this psychic person, like, you don't believe in yourself, which blocks sort of my development and my self expression. So, I'm afraid to be seen in public or to express myself. And so I don't even know what it would feel like. I thought I did believe in myself, but I don't think I do.
Okay. So you had this psychic person tell you this, but how do you know that? Because I also feel like we need to filter that through the lens of our own inner knowing. And so I want to ask you, how do you know that?
Yeah, that's a really beautiful question. And it's just this tremendous self doubt. And I'm a person who's very like affirmative, or I can totally lead and choose and passionate, and I know what I want. But when it comes to like speaking from the heart or publicly, then all this self-doubt. So to me, that's not believing in myself. Like, is this good enough? Am I gonna make a mistake? Like all these things continuously pop up.
Okay. And is this in all areas of your life, or is it only in one particular area of your life?
So I would say that it's particularly present ever since I became an entrepreneur, especially, creating videos or putting my name up if I'm gonna give a conference or a workshop. Then all this self-doubt pops up. Whereas when I was an employee, there was none of this. And I would speak in front of groups and facilitate things, and I have no problem, but if it's myself putting myself on the floor on the stage, then I'm completely frozen.
Mhm. Okay. So that's really interesting that when you were an employee for someone else, then it was fine. You could speak fine, freely, all of that. And you had this belief in yourself. Now that you are an entrepreneur, that self doubt, that lack of belief in yourself is there.
Yes, because for the employer, then the subject matter wasn't my personal opinion. I was either presenting some content that was other than my voice, or yeah, it was like anyone could have taught whatever it is I was speaking of. Like it was a different subject matter. But now it's like, oh boy, oh boy.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing and whether or not you believed in yourself as a child.
So as a child, I only have souvenirs where I was very free to express myself. I never felt limited or criticized at all. At quite the opposite, I received so many compliments. People always loved my energy. And I had a lot of friends, the teachers, I had good grades. Like everything was just in flow. So I don't recall any event that would have shut me down or traumatized me.
Okay. Okay. And your relationship with your parents?
Yeah, I really have. Well, actually, my mother, I have this amazing relationship with my mother, but my father, the communication was always difficult. Not like we don't respect each other, but just we don't have that much to share. So I think some part is blocked.
Is there anything else that you think would be important for me to know before we dive in?
I'm not sure if this is relevant, but I really have a strong self confidence. And I never thought that self belief is different. I think I confused those 2, so I never saw that I didn't have the self-belief,
Right.
and I'm not even sure why they're different, but they are.
Right.
Anyway, I don't
I was gonna ask you what makes them different?
okay, so in my case, whatever I believe in, I truly do, like, I was voted, like, best seller, like, for this company just because I never even tried to sell. It's just when I believe in something, everybody wants to buy it. Like, that's a strong, confident belief, but I would never sell myself feeling confident about it. Like, "Oh, please come and sign up." Like, I always shy away. I don't feel comfortable, like, this is not a good expression. I'm not selling myself, but, like, believing in what I have to offer. It's not that I don't believe in its benefits, it's just, "Oh my god, I need to put myself on the stand and tell people, like, this is what I'm worth," all the I can't do that. But if it's something else, if it's a book, if it's someone else, people will sign up. I'll talk about it very easily.
So it's specifically when it comes to you being the vehicle.
Yes!
Okay. Right.
And that's where I don't even understand why it's so problematic, which is ironic because I'm a solopreneur and I have to. So life is really testing me.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and you can go ahead and look up as high as you possibly can, as if you're trying to look into your own eyebrows, keeping your eyes glued to a real or imagined spot overhead. Just breathe in and out. Take another deep breath. Breathe in and out. And each time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you. And just one final time, take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, just close your eyelids right down, all the way down. So just one more time, go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper, at least 100 times deeper. That's perfect. You are responding perfectly, exactly as I knew you would, because I already know that you are incredibly open, receptive, and suggestible, and your mind is incredibly powerful. So now we're going to explore this part of you that doesn't believe in you. So I want you to just imagine that you've gone inside yourself. You found the part of you that doesn't believe in you. And it doesn't believe in you because it thinks that not believing in you might have some useful role, function, purpose, and or intention. And I want you to go ahead and continue to scan your body. And when you find where you hold this part of you, can you tell me where you carry it?
It seems to be on the left side of my stomach and it's shaking and it's terrorized.
Mm, okay. And what does this part of you look like? Does it have a color, texture, shape, or size?
It's right now it's just kind of a black. Not sure of the texture, but it's always like just moving, really, really shaking.
Okay. How do you feel about this part of you that doesn't believe in you?
It feels highly uncomfortable and like I would want to throw up or cry or just run.
Mm, okay. I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. And I want you to imagine that you pulled that part of you out of you. It's now standing or sitting or floating in front of you. And I want you to ask that part of you, what is your role in my life? Why are you here?
To help you heal
And I want you to ask it, how are you doing that?
by making me realize my real gifts, which is my voice, my expression, my harmonization.
Why does it need to do this? Can you ask it? Why do you need to do this?
It's saying that for many lifetimes I never believed in myself and never used my gift.
Okay, you're doing great. I want you to go ahead and ask that part of you, what is your function in my life? How are you helping me?
It seems to be a residue of the lack of trust in myself, and I seem to be creating it. The more I trust, the more it goes away.
Mhm.
That's what it's telling me.
It's telling you that the more you trust, the more that belief will go away.
That black thing, yeah.
Okay. 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 I want you to ask that part of you, what is your purpose in my life? What purpose does not believing in yourself serve in your life?
It doesn't seem to know.
Hmm. Okay. I just want to talk to that part of you really quickly. I know every part of us believes that it's doing something good for us in some way, even if it doesn't appear good at the surface. So, what is the good that you are doing?
Just here and trying to protect them
Protect
from being shut down.
shut down by.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know if the word popularity. It's not making sense.
It's okay. Say whatever's coming to your mind.
Says by popularity or by like a force of a group or something.
Okay. All right. You're doing great. I want you to ask that part of you, what is your only intention in my life?
It says to open the doors to expansion.
Okay. I'm going to challenge that a little bit. How is it opening the doors to expansion in your life?
Once I trust myself, this transforms into something that's unlimited. Like it's nourishing and it's allowing me to trust in myself, to believe in myself, and to move forward like that.
When you don't believe in yourself, is that expansive? Does that actually allow you to expand?
No, it's very contracting.
Right. So that's why I'm challenging it a little bit because this part of you that doesn't
Mm,
believe in you isn't allowing you to expand. It's actually causing you to contract.
yeah, it's not making any sense.
Okay. What is the benefit of it causing you to contract or to not believe in yourself? Can you ask it that? What is the benefit?
It says to keep safe from criticism,
Okay.
being shot down
By who?
by the public, like audiences or listeners or
Mhm. Okay. I want you to ask this part of you one more question. If I believed in myself, then what would happen?
it says that it wouldn't exist.
Okay. Let's ask it in a different way. If I believed in myself, what bad thing would happen or could happen?
I'm just saying the word like I would grow.
Okay. Is that a bad thing?
I haven't learned how to deal with growth yet, is what I'm feeling from that part.
Okay. Okay. I want to shift and I just want to ask you something because learning how to deal with criticism or negative feedback is like part of growth, right?
Mm,
How does that feel for you when you think about being publicly criticized or
it feels like uncharted territory.
Mhm. Sure. Yeah.
So I'm hearing the fear of the unknown.
Right. Right. Absolutely. All right. So I want you to ask this part of you that doesn't believe in you. When did you come into my life? What was going on and how old was I?
I was 4 or 5 years old,
Hmm.
and people started noticing that my energy was different from the norm. Like I had more energy or more joy, or they were just captivated by it. And then I shied away. I didn't want people to see that.
Because
It would draw too much attention to me.
Okay. And if you got attention, then what would happen?
I didn't want to outshine my environment.
Because if you did, then what would happen?
I would, some people would feel like they were less than me, and I never wanted that. It's like I was afraid that I was more and they were less.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. I want to ask you, how do you feel about this not believing in yourself now? Is it working for you?
It's feeling very limited and limiting.
Hmm. Right. So essentially, no, it's not working for you. Right.
No, it's not.
Not really allowing you to do what you want to do in your life. It's not allowing you to show up and express and use your gifts. Right.
Exactly.
So, can you see why you came up with it?
It seems to say that my mother never expressed her gifts, so I didn't dare express mine.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it basically just told us that it's protecting you, right? And it's interesting. You were saying that this didn't really make sense, but it makes sense to me now. You said it's protecting you from being shut down by popularity or from a group. And then you went on to say that it came into your life whenever you were 4 or 5 years old and people really started noticing you and your energy. And you had this energy that was different and people really were drawn to it. That's popularity, right?
Mm,
That right. And it came very natural to you. It's not like you had to try for it, right? And then it's connected to your mom not expressing herself. So this idea of not wanting to outshine and make anyone feel less, because if you outshine and you make someone feel less, then then that can bring up a sense of like no longer belonging, especially within the family system if it comes to your mom. So I know that was a lot, but does that make sense?
mhm.
Right. All right. So the beautiful thing is that you came up with this part of you that causes you to not believe in yourself. Because if you were to believe in yourself and fully step into who you are and the energy that you have, then you would expand and people would see your true gifts and all eyes might be on you in the same way that they were whenever you were 4 or 5 years old. And that might lead to not belonging or outshining other people, right? And it has perceived that as a threat. However, if you came up with it, you can let it go. And you're no longer 4 or 5 years old anymore, right? So tell me and tell this part, how are you different now than when you were 4 or 5 years old?
I know more what I want, and
Mhm,
I know myself better.
mhm.
And I also wish to positively influence people. I didn't know what I was doing at 4 or 5. I was just playing or learning, but this is more about expressing.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, and tell me, what is your relationship like with your mom now? I think you briefly mentioned it in the beginning, but because mom came up with this part, what is that relationship like?
It was a beautiful relationship filled with love, free communication.
Right. So is that fear of outshining mom in some way still there?
No,
Are you ready to let this part of you that doesn't believe in you go, knowing that you're different now than when you were 4 or 5 years old and you needed this part to stay safe?
yes, I'm ready to let it go.
Okay. I want you to ask the part of you, is it ready to go?
It's quite happy to be let go. It's like,
Oh,
finally, poor little thing.
wonderful. Wonderful. Does it need anything from you in order to fully leave or release from your life?
I'm just giving it flowers and it's happy and it's gone.
Okay. Wonderful. Right. Just want you to just thank it because it was trying to protect you, help keep you safe, help you feel accepted, to belong. Those are all basic things that we need, and especially as children.
Hmm.
Now, I want you to just imagine your 4 or 5 year old self, little you who's like just being herself, just shining, and people are noticing this different energy. And let me know when you have a picture of her.
Hmm.
And I want you, as the adult that you are now, to step into wherever you are with her or wherever she is. And I want you to tell her anything and everything that she needs to know. What does she need to hear from you?
That we are safe and we belong.
Mm. Mhm. How does she feel about that?
She's smiling and extending her little arms to me.
Mm. Wonderful. Anything else you want to say to her?
You were born as you, so you are allowed to be you.
Mhm.
And there's no one that can take that away, ever.
Anything else?
It says shine bright.
Mm. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm seeing her little heart as a star shining.
Yeah. It's beautiful. All right. I want you to picture that small child, the younger you, hovering just above your head. See them now slowly descending down, dropping down, merging into your body, merging into your heart, merging into your life now. You feel the child fully merged within you now. And they are never ever going back because the child, the little you, is now taking up residence in you as an adult. They are free now. They've had a massive upgrade into your life. And you are free to be the person, the adult that you choose to be. Go ahead and take a deep breath in as you just allow that child to fully merge within you. And now, as you are seeing this, feeling this, believing this, feeling wonderful, amazing, and free, I'm going to count you back to full awareness. With each number, you will become more aware of your surroundings, bringing this feeling back to the room. So, on the count of one, you're becoming more aware. On the count of two, you're aware of the room and the sounds around you. On the count of three and four, you're taking in a deep breath. And on the count of five, whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. How was that for you?
That was very refreshing and a relief.
Mm. Good, good. Yeah, do you feel like you have a better understanding and awareness of where that came from?
Yes. And it's as soon as that little girl came inside, my light could amplify.
Good, good.
And then all of your beautiful words at the end, I just felt like this flow. It was all integrating, but I don't know exactly everything you said.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for trusting me to guide you through this process. I can't wait to see what you create now that you have this belief in yourself. So,
Thank you.
I will check in with you in a couple of days, okay?
Perfect. Thank you, Alan.
You're very welcome. Bye.
Bye.
I want to thank our caller for her openness, honesty, and willingness to be vulnerable. What stayed with me most is how practical this pattern is. Self belief doesn't disappear in one dramatic moment in your life, it fades through 1,000 tiny ones. And in this session, you can hear the shift when the part that learned at some point that being fully behind yourself, fully believing in yourself could come with consequences, attention, criticism, being misunderstood, and standing out. So, if you're sitting with this episode, here are a few questions to take with you. Where in your life are you outsourcing your self belief to other people's reactions? What does believing in yourself feel like it would cost you? And what would your life look like if you allowed yourself to expand more fully into believing in yourself? If this episode stirred something and you're ready to do this work at the root, you can apply to work with me or be coached on the podcast at shiftyourstorypodcast.com. And you can find all the links in the show notes. I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for joining us today for this episode of the Shift Your Story, Change Your Life podcast. If today's conversation sparked something in you, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to send me a message on social media. I'm at the Allie Rose on both Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to be coached on a future episode or explore what it would look like to work with me one-on-one, head over to shiftyourstorypodcast.com. And if you never want to miss an episode, make sure to subscribe and leave a rating and review. It helps more people find this work. Until next time, keep shifting, keep growing, and most importantly, I want you to remember that your story isn't set in stone. You always have the power to shift it.